Well, hello everybody.
Welcome to another Monday Night Bee Chat.
Another nothing to do but work bees and talk bees all day chat.
Hey there, Frank. Hey, Silver Gorilla.
Silver Gorilla.
Everybody else, throw a little comment in there so we know who all's in the rooms.
Yeah, and hit that thumbs up button.
Yeah, let me give you a thumbs up over here.
I went and updated our list, at least my part of the list today. I noticed how you had a program, but a couple of them weren't taking the program to turn to color. But yeah. I double inspected it and turned them green if they
did. If they you now? I mean, it is kind of sensitive. If one letter is off, it won't highlight them.
Let me see.
Look like you got Honeybee Hobbyist look like some code letters in there.
Yeah, that's what I didn't know. I mean, I don't know what happened on there, but we got it straight now.
Yeah, I'll get the programming fixed on it. That way it automatically recognizes the names and I'll highlight them when they're on both channels.
So, yeah, it's been busy for me today. How was work?
Non-stop today. I didn't hardly get a break. Then I got home, had to run back to town to send a little money to my daughter and then hurry up and run back here. Then my tractor guy is coming over tomorrow to do some work in the yard for me. So I had to walk around the yard, show him everything I wanted done.
But does he think your tractor's sexy?
Oh, yeah.
Does it really turn him on?
I have to ask his old lady that one. Then I come in and hook me up a brand new monitor that got delivered today.
Man, we just got new stuff coming.
Now I'm just waiting for 2 new monitors. That way I got all 3 new ones.
I got the new shirt in from my gear store.
Yeah,
came in
like that.
I should have put the Game of Drones, but Game of Drones is good. Everybody knows it's a playoff of the Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah. There Iowa lay-ins be keeping.
The mega block of beeswax from the melter. Smells good. It's still warm, so I'm trying to let it cool down over here a little bit more.
Have you weighed that block yet? See what the block by itself weighs?
No, but I can real quick. Hold on.
I think it was a little over 3 pounds with the tray. Hey there, DC. Yeah, it was warm down here in South Louisiana today too, Frank. Yeah, I think we hit 91, 92. Heat index was showing 101. Ooh, hey, Rich. I ain't seen you in a while, buddy. Yeah, it's hot down here in the South, man.
We're going to call it 3 pounds. We're going to call it 3 pounds.
All right.
So, nice little hunk of wax. Can't complain about that. Yeah, it was only 72 today. Lee, do you recommend a desktop under $1,000? I need a new one. Should I build it or buy one?
Depending on what you're trying to do. I mean, if you're trying to render video, you want something with one of the better graphics cards that you can get. The one that I just got in last week has the RTX 3070 Ti. The whole computer by itself that I ordered, it was a little over $2,600. But I've added another 8 terabyte hard drive to that, and then 2 more 1 terabyte SSDs. So I've got 11 terabytes in the computer. But that was just storage. But you want something with a decent processor and definitely a good video card.
Well, and that's where your expense is. You could build a computer under $1,000 before you add the graphics card in.
Yeah.
Once you add the graphics card in, it kind of blows it up out of the water because the prices on them are so high right now. But you checked 65 hives today? That's nice.
Yeah. And just checking, I mean, the average price, it depends on what brand you're getting, but like the 3070 Ti graphics card I got, you're looking anywhere from $760 to, it looks like $900 for just a graphics card by itself.
You can get a they have a AMD 6700 or something like that. That's like $300 or $400.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to have the top of the line as long as you got a decent graphics card just to do your video editing. It'll work.
Hey, Rich, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, he said it was hot in Texas today. Hit 105.
105.
Hey, Peter Gunn, have you checked that live video? Let's see, what was that? Saturday night we done the live for my 100 sub redraw. It was either Friday or Saturday night.
No, that
Peter,
was that Sunday night?
Nah, we didn't do one Sunday because Mother's
Day. Saturday night then. Friday or Saturday night.
Peter, you need to go check that video and pay attention real close when we done that draw and then do what it says.
It was
somebody's name was on there.
It was Saturday night. And if you haven't watched the Friday night video, we had the owner of Blythewood Bee Company on who offered up some prize packs. And you got to watch that video to see what the rules are to get entered. But it's a wood pulp swarm trap, a 2-ounce swarm commander, a 16-ounce honeybee gone, and a Beekeeper's Choice feeding supplement. And we're giving one away. We're giving one away Tuesday night, and then every Tuesday night for the next 4 weeks after that. So 5 total, not 6, 5, 5 total is what we're working on. Yeah, it's. Let me see. DC and his bees. They have some good built boxes in different price range. Yeah, so they've got definitely Blythewood Bee Company stood up to the challenge here, and they're I've got to get with him again on the co-op, but he sounded really interested in getting into co-op. Trying to work with us. We got the link posted, guys. If you want to join in, definitely click the link. Come on in.
Should be pinned to the top of the comment section.
If let me see here. Where's it at? Oh my gosh, this site makes me log in every time. I'm going to drop a link, guys. If in fact you like this shirt I've got on, they're one-offs right now. I'm the only owner of this shirt ever until you guys go and buy one. There's the link for my gear store. If you like the Game of Drones, there's hoodies, long sleeve shirts, short sleeve shirts, silver lettering. I got the gold lettering. Either way, whatever you want. If you want any at all, it's available to you.
Took me a minute to find it, but here was our giveaway the other night. That way everybody can see what we had.
Yeah, and that was all his idea. The giveaway was all his idea. So he's like, hey, let's do a giveaway. And I was thinking, he said five gift packs. And in my head, I was thinking, he's going to have 5 items. And the 5 items were all those items on that thumbnail are actually one prize pack.
Yep.
So it's a pretty good deal.
Kits. Each giveaway, I have one of each item in it. So it's 4 items or 5 items per kit.
Mm-hmm. So it's pretty good. Pretty good deal. Free 99 is the best, guys. Free 99. And hey, Grammy, good to see you.
Yeah, 4 items in each one.
And if you haven't watched the video of Bruce's Bees licensed solar wax melter, or the one I posted today, man, that thing works like a champ. It was only 72 degrees here today, and I rendered 3 pounds of wax out of the solar wax melter today. So it's pretty clean.
Good block.
No debris in it, really. I did have to cut it loose, but that was probably more of a me thing than the it thing. It's pretty impressive piece of equipment for the price, and I really enjoyed it. Who am I looking at? Put data amp boxes together today. Not one knot, clear pine, $28 a box. That hurt. Yeah. I'm thinking, but Datant does the free shipping thing too, right? So over a certain dollar amount. So once you get over that dollar amount, I mean, basically they've incorporated that shipping into the price of the product. We've got, Blythewood Bee Company, I believe it's $22 a box now. They've just went up a little bit. Yeah, I know. It's like they're pricing us out. So hopefully this co-op will help us save a little bit with different companies once we get it up and running. But seeing as how I'm the only one at this moment contacted people, it's going to be a slow pace. Yeah, hey, that melter, that's on my must-have for beekeepers now. I've been looking at one ever since I started, and I just never pulled the trigger. And then when I saw how Bruce's wax came out, I was in all over it. But I saw a guy today he's up north. He sent me a picture that he caught a swarm today, but I think it was one of his own swarms. Guys, the link's at top. Feel free to join in at any time. We want to make this a good live stream if you want to talk bees or anything, gear, whatever you want to talk about. Otherwise, I'll just keep smoking, and y'all can watch me smoking.
Oh, we good at that.
Hey,
you smoke, I'll vape.
Beekeeper. So
hey, Lane.
I've got probably in the next couple days, I made that custom label for Hard Luck Survival. So their honey will be shipping out here in the next couple days. As soon as he wanted to do it tonight, but he said he's going to be out of town till late. And I said, we can do it the next day, whatever. So probably going to do the transaction tomorrow and then get that in the mail to them.
Hey there, Grammy Midwife.
Hey, Jim, why don't you jump on, man? Mr. Hamby.
Yeah, we got Bruce in here too.
And we got the Brewster.
LaGrange. Look like a pretty good turnout for a Monday evening.
Hey, Greg. Look, we got Greg from Nature's Image Farms.
Yeah, we got Richard Simpson. Hey, James from Michigan's in here.
We're just starting out tonight. Did a few things. Sporting the new swag. You know what? I should have lifted this whole thing up a little bit when I designed it. Just a little bit. Would have been better. It was a little bit. 6 swarms today. Were any of them yours, or were they just other places?
Hey, even if you're on bee swarm, as long as you catch them, it counts. That's the way I look at it.
Well, the shirt is available, Jim. It is available for purchase right there on that link. Don't make a lot per shirt, but make a little bit. And it's print on demand. So you don't have to order a bunch of them. When somebody orders a shirt, they make that shirt and send it. 4 were yours. I've been lucky, knock on wood, so far this year. I've only had that one nuke swarm, and so far it's been pretty good. Haven't had much issues with that. Definitely, I've been playing with toys, right? I've been playing with the new unbottling tank with the valve. What'd you think about that valve?
I liked it.
I mean, it does have a one drip capability.
I seen somebody leave a comment in on your video too, and I've done it on mine. Just kind of take your bottle and wipe it across, and it'll get that little drip off.
But other than that, once I got could kind of gauge how much would come out if I just clicked the pedal. After I made a couple mistakes, then it was all right.
It took a little while to get used to your timing.
You know what though? But gosh, man, I don't mean to beat license drum, but at this point, everything I've gotten from them has been pretty good. And for the valve, for that pneumatic valve and the tank, it was cheaper than the tank you got sitting behind you from Betterby. You know, now granted, the tank I have is not water jacketed, but you're only heating it up to about 100 degrees. So it's not like you got to worry about much with that, you know? So, you know, I'm happy with my purchase so far. Now, once I get you on a Zoom call and get you to show me how to hook up the steam for the steam uncapper, because, you know, that's just a bunch of parts that's in my uncapping tank right now.
That, and you got to adjust that little spring on the blade to get the angle right and how deep you want to cut or not also.
Yeah, see, now that's something. And the damn instructions on those things, like with the melter today, there was no instructions.
Mm-mm.
It was a bunch of parts in a box and one piece of paper that was bent in half. And there was no instructions on how to put it together. You just kind of had to figure it out.
Well, like the instructions that I got today for this new monitor. I was trying to figure out how the stand went on the back of it. All the instructions, no English in there. It was all foreign and it had 4 little pictures, and they were little pictures. I got it figured out though, but it took a minute.
Checked on my new queens today. One is not laying, released a week ago. It'll start laying. She's just taking her time getting around the colony, probably. She'll probably start laying. But, you know, nothing is 100%, right? It doesn't matter what you get. There's nothing 100% in beekeeping. I mean, I've requeened queens that I've just requeened. You know, so it's happened.
I know when I went through my yards Friday, or through yard number 4, where I put some of the new nukes for this year, I had one queen over there. She'd done laid that frame up solid. The other ones, I mean, they had eggs in it, but it wasn't nothing compared to that one queen. She was doing a good pattern. Now,
hey, LaGrange, what I'm told, and I haven't tried it yet, but now I can take that paper towel out and fold it, and supposedly it makes a great fire starter. So that might be something, you know, you tear off a shred or cut off a piece, put it in your charcoal grill. Light end of it might help get your fire started in there. I'm going to try it. I'll try it one time. I'll try anything one time. Oh, it does make a good fire starter. Good. So that's pretty good. So, you know, last night we had an earthquake at 1:30 in the morning here, Lee. 3.3.
Did you feel it or just got the news on it?
I was asleep. My wife was still up. She felt it. It woke me up, but it didn't, like, I was in such a daze being asleep. I didn't even go outside, like look out the window to see if any of my hives toppled over. Luckily they didn't. We had a 3.3 last night, and then they had a follow-up about 6 o'clock this evening. That was 2 point something. So we're not far from a fault line. Not California type, you know.
Yeah. They say we got one right here in Baton Rouge where Interstate 10 and Interstate 12 meet. They said it's one of the largest fault lines around. But, I mean, we've never had anything here that I know of or that I've felt.
Yeah, that's the biggest one that I've been involved with, a 3.3. Now, we get the hurricanes. We get hurricanes around here and that stuff. But I've never been in anything bigger than that. Either have my bees, for that matter. My bees came through like a champ. So That's good to go. So we got the link pinned, guys. If anybody wants to join in. Man, I feel like we have to beg people nowadays.
I'm trying to run through all the comments again, make sure we're not missing anything.
Spray your pan with silicone and let it dry. It will last a long time.
You can probably use like the candle mold release spray.
Mold release. Yeah, it comes with 2 of these pans. This one, I didn't have the pan in far enough underneath that lip. And so it kind of ran down the side right in here. Well, you can't see it. I'll turn it the other way. Right in here. So I actually had to like use a knife to release that piece out when I pulled the block. But that wax melter, that's probably the best $170 I've ever spent in beekeeping. I've ruined probably 3 or 4 pans rendering wax, and this did it in like 5 hours and melted everything I already had rendered once. So it did a good job. Smells great.
Rich said put it in the freezer. It probably, whenever the shrinkage happens, it'll cause it to release too.
Yeah, I've noticed when I've done it with, like, when I was doing the bread pans for the wax, that when you put it in the freezer, it makes the top kind of crack. I don't know, because it like cools too quick.
Cool too quick.
So I don't know if that would be the same on that or not. It was pretty much, yeah, Bruce, this thing, man, that's licensed solar wax melter from Better Bee. That's a champ. That worked like a champ today. And I mean, I put it in at noon, and 5 o'clock, the sun had already started going over and it started cooling on its own. I just moved the tray out, put the other tray under it for the rest of the wax I had in there for tomorrow, and keep it moving. I wasn't expecting it to go that quick because it was only 72 out today. But it did. It worked really well. Can't complain about that at all. So I don't know how many of you guys had ever seen that pneumatic valve that I was using for bottling yesterday. What did you guys think about that? I think I've seen people saying it was like $10 or $12 a pound people are selling wax for. Now, I don't know where they're selling it, if they're selling it local or if they're selling it on Etsy or where. I don't know.
I've seen some on Etsy, and I mean, if you buy it on Better Bee, you're looking $10 a pound. The cheapest I found for bulk is I think it's Hebert. Let me see if I can find it.
And after seeing this wax, I was like, man, I could make candles, I could make lip balm, I could make beard balm. I'm really interested in making beard balm or face cream. I've been looking at those. And or you know what else I thought, Lee, would be perfect?
What's that?
While it's melting and running into this pan, I could have my box of foundation out there with my roller. Yeah. And I could dip it in here and just roll it right on and put it right back in the colony without taking the tray out. Of course, it might start cooling pretty quick, but I could probably do that. So we'll see if that comes to fruition. But I've got to re-wax some of those and just let it drain in there. Wax them as I go. Right? It might make a mess of my melter, but
yeah, I mean, you can always clean out. If you put the solar part back on top, it's just going to melt it back down for you.
Yeah, I did watch that. Actually, I did watch that video Cayman did, but I watched when he was in Hawaii and that other guy was perfecting it, right?
Yeah, I like that melter he had too.
But that's the same thing. I mean, that's an expensive piece of equipment.
This is the cheapest price that I have found for the wax. $8 a pound.
plus shipping.
Yeah, plus shipping. But I think for a 10-pound block, I don't remember what it was shipping. I would have to look it up in my system. But I mean, I think 10 pounds shipping everything, it come out to like $96 or $97. So it
Hey,
really
Steve.
wasn't that bad. It still come out less than $10 a pound, even with shipping.
Steve did the same thing I did. Saw Bruce's video and then went and bought the melter. Yeah, I was wanting to use it earlier, but the day it came in, it was like all overcast and rainy for the next couple days, and $170 on Betterbe. I think it's $169.95 or something like that. So $170. I got that. 5 boxes for shipping honey in, and with shipping was $201. Now that looks like a bread pan.
Bruce was saying too cheap. I've checked it. I've made candles out of it and everything, and I mean it comes out pretty clean. That's a 5-pound block there.
You bought a 5-pound block from them? Oh, a couple of them.
10 pound.
10
Actually,
pounds?
I've got a couple boxes. I probably got about 20 or 30 pounds back here. I use it for rolling on my frames too. I put it in a 4-quart crock pot, and then I roll it on my new foundation.
And you know what I'm thinking? I'm coming up on 2,000 subs. Coming up on it. I'm not there yet. Maybe when I get to 2,000, maybe there's a solar wax melter out there for somebody. Possibly. At 2,000. So I don't know what we can do to help get to 2,000. No idea, guys. But, you know, we do have the giveaway coming. We got, for the next month, we got giveaways. So maybe by the end of that giveaway, who knows? Maybe I'll be at 2,000 by then. What you doing, Lee? Lee's like Frederick Dunn back there going through his stuff, pulling something out. Oh, he's got a
500 sub giveaway. I'll order a brand new Guardian Bee suit and ship it to whoever wins.
Oh, well, hellfire. Look at that. So Lee says how many more you got to go? Like 350?
I got quite a ways to go. I think I'm at like 151 right now.
All right, so like 349. So 349 more people sub to Lee's channel. He's going to give away a Guardian jacket. And when I hit 2,000, I'll give away a licensed solar wax melter, the same one that I've got. How about that? We'll go ahead and just speak that into existence.
Sounds good.
And we'll make that happen. And hopefully by the time that it'd be really nice that by the time our prize pack giveaways get over with, that we could do that. That'd be awesome. Because we both got about the same way to go, right? And maybe it won't be too cold to use a solar wax melter. Yeah, my bee suit, man. Gosh, I like the Guardian. You know what? If anybody has a line in with Guardian, tell them here's one improvement they need to do to that jacket. They need to put Velcro on the damn pockets. The pockets in the front.
I thought it had it.
Mine doesn't. If yours does, I'll be mad.
I know the top one does.
Yeah, but the bottom ones.
No, the bottom ones don't have it. Just the top.
And everything I put in the bottom when I lean over, it falls out. Oh, you like it? See? Right? Sexy. The only thing I wish I would have did different on this shirt was move the logo up just a little bit. It's a little bit low, but looks pretty good. Game of Drones.
Thank you there, Joshua.
And
I just looked over in my email and I seen Carrie Bruton sub 2. Thank you.
Man, The only ones you can see are the ones that. What'd Granny say? Granny said that's cheap. I can't believe it's selling that low. The wax, probably. Because the funny thing is, I've got Lee's YouTube up on my left monitor. I've got StreamYard on the middle monitor, and I've got my YouTube up on the right monitor. And all three of them have comments going.
That's me. I'm trying to go back and forth between comments and pulling pictures up or whatever we need.
Well, if you do like this shirt, here's the link. There's the link to the shirt. It's not bad. I mean, it's a good T-shirt. It's a nice thick Gildan, Gildan T-shirt. It's nice. I think it took me 8 days from the time I ordered it to the time I got it. I know I have seen it take longer in some instances. Man, I am flipping you crap on the wrong chat. I got thick skin, brother. Thick skin. So, so what you got beekeeping wise this week, Lee? What you gonna do?
Keep an eye on bees. Nah, toward the end of the week, I'm run through all my yards again, load the truck up with some supers, and hopefully throw some more on the hives. Our tallow, it's not blooming yet, but we're starting to get buds come out on it. So I figured maybe another 2 weeks or so, the tallow flow is going to hit, and that's our biggest flow here in South Louisiana.
Well, check this out. So we talked about this.
Oh yeah.
But it's a fine crystal. It's not like a big chunky crystal. But man, this stuff is good. You could spread it right on your toast. Man, that's good. You could spread that right on toast, butter, biscuits, pancakes, all kinds of stuff. And it doesn't taste grainy. It tastes more like Jell-O or jam.
Rich said tallow is starting over there in Texas too. Like I said, it's starting to bud out here. It's not actually blooming yet, though, but we are starting to get some long buds on it.
All I know is I got bees flying everywhere, and I'm the worst about different plants and what they are and trying to figure it out, trying to learn it, but I'm the worst when it comes to that. Jim, jump in the chat, bro. Jump on the stream. Yeah, cornbread. I like to make my cornbread a little bit sweet, add a little bit of sugar to it, and honey. It's good stuff. Good stuff.
Let's see. As far as what's growing, like I said, I used that app.
Hey, look at this. You guys would be happy
Rich
about this.
Here.
What up, guys?
Hey,
I used the
man.
app for
Guys,
picture this to know what I got, but I also document it.
Oh my
what
God.
time of the year, what's growing. That way I know when it first starts budding, blooming, darker green it is, the more flow it's getting, and then it ends. I'm OCD when it comes to that stuff.
I'm watching the flowers outside bloom and they're just starting. That's what I pay attention to is the bloom.
I'm trying to get better at it. I've got so much stuff that's just around here that is all in different
time schedules,
and it's crazy.
That's what I'm noticing. Everything's blooming at a different time. Like Lee had some the fire blankets a few weeks back. Ours just bloomed here like a week ago.
We had a bunch of crimson clover. Like everywhere was crimson clover everywhere. Mm-hmm. And
we don't have too much of the crimson clover here as far as naturally. Now I did plant some in my backyard a couple of years ago that kind of reseeded itself.
What is TIHTX?
Time is Honey, Texas.
That's what I was about to say.
Every time you come on, you got like a different thing on there.
I showed up to it.
DC, that was just a spreadsheet that I made with every month on it, and I document what's growing at what time of the month. That way, come the next year, I can say, hey, we're about a week and a half or 2 weeks from this plant starting to produce either pollen or nectar, just so I can keep track.
Bros, Lee is so OCD. He's got a spreadsheet for everything. Show him the spreadsheet you got for your honey yards.
Oh, for how much honey I gather?
Yeah.
Silver Gorilla, that app I was talking about as far as the plants is Picture This.
There's another one called iNaturalist too. Check it out.
I think the iNaturalist is a free one, correct?
Yeah, that one's pretty awesome too. Yeah,
Well,
that one's pretty rad.
The Picture This one that I have, I pay, I think it's $29 a year for that.
Okay,
So I mean, it does cost.
My buddy said that you can use that app, the one you're using, Picture This, if you just X out of the thing where they're telling you to pay money, it'll let you do it for free as well.
I think it would for so many times because you get, I think it's like either a 2-week, 30-day trial, something like that. You get a trial period. And then I did hit exit a couple times, but then it eventually called up and wouldn't let me do it no more.
And there's another one, if you can see it, it's called, you can't see it. It's called PlantNet.
PlantNet?
PlantNet. Yep,
Okay.
that's another free one that you can use. And let me see. Yeah, you can do it for free, but you only get one ID per day. I gotcha.
Okay.
And we're just, just trying to keep up with everything.
Lee, how's your bees doing?
Oh, doing pretty good. I just
Yeah.
put 8 nukes in
Nice.
Sunday before last. Not yesterday, but a week ago.
Yeah.
And they starting to come out the cappings. And they expanded. I'm hoping when I go this weekend, if they've drawn out enough more comb and got the eggs laid up, I'll be getting ready to put supers on.
Well, I've got a dilemma in my bee yard. My dilemma is I got some weak colonies that I'm going to be robbing other colonies and putting frames of brood in there, like the monster hive. That's not a monster anymore because it took them forever to queen, right? And hey, Dean Family Apiary, I'm in South Carolina as well. I'm over in Hopkins, outside of Columbia, and then I'm going to. I've got 19 queens, caged queens, right now in my bank. So I'm going to, if nobody comes in the next few days and buys some, I've sold 7 of them out of the last 26 that I had. Then I'm going to go ahead and make small splits with queens. And hey, Dean Family Apiary, where are you located?
Yeah, our privet's just about finished up here in South Louisiana. We still got a little bit showing, but it's starting to get dark. I'm bringing up that other spreadsheet you was talking about, Bob, for my honey harvest.
Right.
Yeah, let me see how I can move this around. Okay. Basically, at the bottom, I got each yard labeled. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. No,
No, we can't see the bottom with the comment. Let's take
Comments
the
away.
There you go.
I got the let me get back to the other monitor. I got each yard at the bottom. So I can skip to the yards.
Get back to
What hive number is in there, and then say just number 13. If you look to the right, total medium supers is 15. But if I click here and say I had 10 supers on there, that number automatically represents right here. Take that out. Let me drag this here, and then if I go to the results, it'll bring me over to this sheet, and everything that I enter in this automatically transfers here and tells me how much honey I've gathered from each yard out of how many supers, what my average moisture contents are, everything.
But you track it per hive too.
Yeah, I was for the first year or two. I don't know if I'm going to be doing it every year. I was just mainly wanting to see how much I gather per yard. That way, say I got one yard that's producing just scrap tons and one that ain't doing too good. I know, hey, let's move more hives over to the yard that is producing rather than moving it to the one that's not producing enough. And then I'm just wasting hives sitting there and not getting anything.
Let me see. Sarah, were those your own swarms or swarms you went and caught?
There's no swarms here. There's no resources still. We have no rain. We got like an inch or two of rain last week, and that was it. Maybe, and then it went from spring. It went basically from. We didn't get a spring. It went straight to summer here in Texas this year.
Well, you pretty much got summer and not summer. right?
Pretty much, yeah. That's how it was this year. And the thing was, me and my mentor, went back and looked at adverse weather patterns. The last time there was this kind of weather pattern in the U.S. was in the 1930s with the snowmageddon that we all had a couple years back, and these last two really abnormally whack-ass winters.
Right.
If you go back and look at the Old Farmer's Almanac, the last time we had weather patterns like this was in the 30s. It'll bounce back. It's just going to take some time.
Oh, it was Mother's Day, Sunday. Sunday she had swarms. The DC said I'd only track it per hive if I was doing an experiment. Yeah, for me, yeah. I think once you start taking splits off of colonies and everything, then you don't necessarily have a legit. I mean, you do. It's still that hive and what it produced, but now that hive has been split. Thanks, Greg. It's been split to another colony, right?
Yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, just like the first year or two, I was kind of keeping track per hive, but I'm going to end up redoing the spreadsheet that way of just 1 yard, what I gathered out of it.
And now, like with me, I don't know this year if it's not, it'll be a fair representation of what I make this year, but I've done a lot of expansion, right? I went from 12 colonies to 34. So I'm not expecting really any honey off of those. If I get honey off of them, that's awesome. But if I can get a box or 2 boxes, then like off that super nuke, I'm happy man. I'm a really happy man. So, and I still have the same goal. My goal at the beginning of the year was to get over 1,000 pounds of honey, right? And I still have that same goal. And then next year, we'll hopefully, knock on wood, maybe be a banner year. We're trying, brother. We're trying. I actually, I don't know, Rich, I don't know if you know this, but I went to that school and taught the kiddos, right?
I was looking at it right now.
And then they have one of my buddies that's a teacher over there actually saw the thing. He's like, man, you just need to come apply for the school district. He sent me a link. So I've got a virtual interview.
What are you going to do?
Teach.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Teach kids. I mean, I've taught college level courses. I've never taught, lower level courses.
Oh,
but
okay. Easy.
You could
teach college and teach little kids.
Well, college is like, hey, if you learn it, you learn it. You paid for it,
Yeah.
Kids, nowadays, if kids don't learn it, they're kind of like, why aren't you teaching my kid this? And why aren't they learning? I don't know. You making them do their homework? You let them play the Xbox. What are you doing?
Most of the time, they're playing the Xbox. They're on the tablet.
Dean, I get my plastic frames from Blythewood Bee Company. The acorn frames. And I'm going to use this melter to hopefully I've got the roller. I'm going to use the melter. And while the wax is hot, I'm going to dip that foam roller in there and go ahead and roll some of the older foundations I have and then put them, like shake the bees off, roll it, put it back in right away and let them get to work on some of that stuff. That wax melter, man, I can't speak highly enough on that. That's probably the best $170 I've ever spent in beekeeping, other than my first hive. That thing. I mean, I've ruined $50 in pots and strainers and stainless steel bowls, and it's crazy. Yeah, so Honey Bee Gone is actually made by Blythewood Bee Company, and that's one of the products we're giving in our prize pack. So if you like the live streams, yeah, Bruce is like, it's a powerhouse for sure. So easy. Yeah, I wish I'd have bought that thing when I looked at it 3 years ago and didn't. And then I saw your video. I'm like, heck yeah, I'm in. Even Daisy's Honey ordered one from watching your video. I hope you're getting a commission, man. I hope you're getting a commission on that, because that thing works like a champ.
Hey guys, I just stop in for a minute, man. I got work tomorrow and I'm beat.
Tired. Hey man, we appreciate you coming by.
Yeah,
and don't be a stranger, Rich.
Dude, I clean windows in the summertime, man, and it is busy. I can't stop my clients from calling. I was out on a job site today. Hey, can you come clean my windows later this week? Sure thing. The lady that I'm setting bees on her yard, I'm doing her windows next week. So yeah, it's crazy busy, man. And I start early. I go to bed early. I get up early, and I try to be done by 1 o'clock before it gets about 125 degrees out here. So yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Before noon, it was pushing 100 out here, man. And I told my clients, dude, by noon, I want to be off people's property and at my house or at the river. So yeah, by noon, I'm done for the day.
For sure.
But I'll be in touch, guys. We'll be in touch, man. Sorry I've been out. It's just, again, March hit and it got crazy busy. It's been nonstop. So.
Hey, I went and sold honey in the middle of a live stream because you got to get that money when you get it. You know what I mean?
Make it while you can.
I have to work to support my new addiction, so it's like I can't have my new addiction without working. So I have to bear the heat to support the addiction. But I'll see you guys, man. I'll be in touch with you guys. Like I said, man, I'm not a stranger. It's just work's busy, dude, and I wish I could stop it.
So, we understand for sure, man. Make that money.
We'll see you guys, man.
Have a good one.
See you later.
See you guys. Leave up. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Right. Hey, Bohemia Bees. Good to see you. Yeah, we're just
Bob, at the bottom, Dean's asking where you get your plastic frames from.
Yeah, I get them at Blythewood Bee Company. I get them for about, I want to say $225 is the last price I paid for them. $225 a frame, which was, for what I was doing at the time. I bought 50 supers and 25 deeps, and I needed a bunch of frames, so it was the best price. For I want to try the Premier Foundation, but I found when you buy the plastic foundation and the frame, you're paying more than if you just bought the frame. So last year I was using the Acorn plastic foundation in a wooden frame, and then this year when I bought so many extra boxes and everything and I needed frames, it was just cheaper to go with the Acorn plastic because it uses the same imprint and the same wax spray. So it was good. And then everybody started talking about this Premier when I really want to try it, but now I don't really need anything. Well, for the moment, I don't need anything.
Or the plastic frames. I think I've only got maybe two deep boxes that has plastic frames in it and like 3 medium boxes. Everything else I have is all wood frame with the plastic foundation in it.
But the way you buy your equipment, you buy it with the frames come in the kit, right?
Yeah, but you can select whether you want the plastic frames, wood with plastic foundation, extra wax or wired wax or whatever you want in it. And I've always picked a wood frame with the plastic wax or with the plastic foundation heavy wax, and then I'll wax them again myself.
Bruce is like, just buy a pallet, Bob. Hey, in case you don't know, if you haven't been able to tell by my videos releasing like at lunchtime and going live in the middle of the day, currently this guy is just at home working bees during the day and taking care of my mother with Alzheimer's. So right now I'm kind of at an impasse unless I sell a bunch of the honey that I've got and become creative like the queens that I have. I bought the queens in bulk so I could save on buying them in bulk, and then I sell them at retail. So I'm making a little bit on queens, a little bit on honey. Acorn has a good deal on them. If you order them directly, they'll cut you a deal on shipping. 52 deeps for under $100. Oh, well, yeah. Then I might have to start calling Acorn directly. That's what Charlie's been saying. Charlie says order them directly too.
Bruce was saying order a pallet. How many boxes of Acorn did you have in your kitchen? I think that was more than a pallet, huh?
At one time I had 8 cases of deeps and mediums combined in there. I don't have that anymore. I think I've got like 3 or 4 left. So I don't have enough. Well, for this year, I probably have enough mediums for what I need, unless something crazy goes on. The deeps, I got enough of those. Oh yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah, he mixes in 1 to 2 frames in a 10-frame box because it gives him more wiggle room.
Yeah, I found the plastic ones are just a
Mhm.
little bit more narrow than the wood.
Yep, they are. So I went to the 9. I don't know if you did. You probably didn't have a chance to look at the video today, but I went to the 9, and they are drawing fatter comb on a lot of those frames. So, yep.
9-frame spacers.
Yeah, see, that's Lee being Lee. Lee bought 2 of them. Bob only bought 1. So I use it at one end and then I move it to the other end.
That's why I bought 2. That way I can put one on each end.
So I don't look like the beekeeping Wolverine trying to space them all at the same time. And last year I didn't have that many mediums because I didn't have that many colonies. They were all building up. And then this year I've got more colonies and I'm trying to draw a comb and do everything. So it's really out. I'm really out right now wondering what this year is going to end up being like for honey for me. I mean, I've got some colonies doing pretty good and I've got some colonies not taking it so serious, Mm-hmm. so it's just going to be what it is. And my goal was 1,000 pounds. If I make 1,000 pounds this year, I'll feel like I was successful.
That's what I'm shooting for, about 1,000.
Well, you and I mean, our apiaries are running pretty parallel. Next year, starting with foundation and all supers this year. Well, I pulled one of my colonies. Check this out. So I pulled one of my colonies apart today, and I looked in the brood box. There was room for the queen down there, but she was up in one of the honey supers laying away because I didn't have a queen excluder on there. Or I never saw her, but she had frames of brood up in the super, capped. So I didn't want to put an excluder on because I didn't know where she was, and I didn't want to shake all the bees today. So maybe that's a job for tomorrow. I went through two rows of hives today, and I'm go through the other 3 or 4 tomorrow, and then I got to figure out what to do with those 19 queens because I don't want to leave them in there too long. Just being nursed. And we'll see what happens.
Question for you, Bob. How's any hive beetles going with your peppermints?
I had one, actually the Demaray colony. I went through that today, and I didn't see it, but someone did see one hive beetle in there. So tomorrow I'm going to go back and peppermint that. But other than that, anything that's had peppermint in it, there are no hive beetles in it. I mean, if it is, it's one. But if you've seen the Demaray colony, you see how tall that is, right? It's a double deep, and then it's like 3 deeps and 2 mediums. And there was one hive beetle in the whole place. So
ain't bad at all.
That's a win. That's a win down here.
So far, when I went through 20-something hives. I believe it was Friday. Almost 30 hives, and I think I might have seen 1 or 2 beetles throughout all of them, and got 2 stings. But that wasn't bad either.
Hey, Bruce, I know I don't want you to necessarily put your business out there, but how much was a pallet? How much was that? I mean, that's but you got to go big or go home now because you just did 40-something splits on 40-something colonies. I've got 19 queens and I'm worried about not dying in my queen bank there.
Yeah. The way Bruce is going, he's going to need a whole 18-wheeler by himself going to California next year. I
know he's going to make all that money. Then I'll be saying, hey, Bruce, can I send some colonies over and put them on your truck to fill it out? So I use the peppermint candy, and I only put the peppermint oil. I did a couple things. I put a peppermint oil into my pollen sub. I just peppermint extract when I made my pollen patties. So I have pollen patties that have peppermint extract in them. Ooh,
Mm.
$3,300. My wife would stroke out if I spent $3,300 right now.
Well, how much you just spend on extraction equipment?
Well, that's why I can't spend $3,300 right now. I'm gonna have to go back to work.
Yeah, but I mean, you'll make your money back on it eventually. I mean, you got that little overhead up front to start with, but then I mean, it's going to pay you back.
The let me see. My extraction equipment, everything I've spent with Better being licensed, we'll say that, is about $6,000, $5-6 grand, something like that, with shipping. But I think for the money that I spent, how much would that have been if I'd have bought Datan or Maxent equipment?
Just a Maxent bottler I got right there, that's $1,500 by itself.
And I got the pneumatic valve and the bottler for $12,000.
I think my Datan 20 frame extractor, I'm wanting to say it's $2,500 or $2,600 now.
$2,600, and I got the 30 frame license for $19,000. Right? Am I right?
Yeah.
19, yep. And the tank and uncapper was about $1,000. No, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, I think it's about $1,000. So if you guys are growing your business and haven't looked at license, trust me, guys, I'm all about buying American, but I'm not all about buying an American if it's almost double. That's, it doesn't make sense. Not to me. If everybody in Europe is using license, then license good for me. And I have not been disappointed in any of the license. $25.70 before shipping.
And whenever I ordered, I think it was $214 just for the shipping.
Now pop the license one up there.
That's on Better Be.
Pierco triple wax frames now I wish Premier would make a entirely plastic frame. Maybe that's coming at some point. Let's see. We've got the StreamYard pin to the top, guys. And the thing I liked about this extractor was the motor was on the bottom. So the top was totally, you could open the top up entirely. So that was what, $600 cheaper than the Datan. So between that and between my bottling tank, I've saved about a grand. In Bohemia, Pivo is beer. B is Vicella. So, how many frames did I buy? Well, the mediums come 72 to a box. And I got, I think, 4 boxes of those. And then I bought, I think, 4 boxes. 4 or 5 boxes of the deeps. Well, I've got a smaller extractor. I've got a 4 and 8 frame extractor, depending on the size, and it's motorized and it's okay. But my bottleneck was, the solar wax melter was $170. $169.95.
And Sarah, on some of those hand crank ones, not all of them, but you can remove that handle. If you got a battery drill, you can put that on there. Just make sure you got it on low speed. And
I think Man Lake sells a motor that you can put on top of it. But if you do that, then you might as well buy the bigger one, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. And to me, it would depend on how big you're wanting to get. I mean, if it would justify the price. If you're wanting to just stay a couple hives, there ain't no problem having a 2, 3, 4 frame extractor. Even as how they say it, the tangential, where you got to extract one side, pull your frame out, spin it around, put it back in, and then do it again.
And that's how mine worked with the with when I was doing deeps. I had to do one side, then flip it and do the other side, and it just took for freaking ever, to do it. So it was like, if you take one box off. So let's use Sarah as an example here. So you take one box off, you uncap 2 frames, you put it in, you spin it. You got to do that 5 times just for one box. So if you all of a sudden have 10, 15 boxes, now you're doing 15, 75 times,
And then if it's the tangential, you're basically doing it 20 times because you got to reverse your frame, do the other side, and then you got 10 frames total.
Right. So that's kind of where my bottleneck, even if I was doing 8 mediums, I didn't have the uncapping tank or an uncapping setup to really uncap more than the 8 frames. So not even a whole box. So when I decided to get the extractor, then it was like, okay, so I can extract 30 frames, but now I'm going to sit there with a knife cutting the caps off. No, I'm not going to do that. Am I going to get the silver line? What do they call it? The silver line uncapper, the white one?
Silver Queen?
No. That's the one
Cayman got.
I forget what the thing is, but this little white thing that you put the frames in and out. And
I know Bruce's Bees and know what that one is. It's the Harvest something or something Harvest.
And I taught, yeah, the uncapper, the Harmony uncapper. That's it. I talked to Cayman this weekend, and we were talking about that uncapper, and he said him and Laurel used it for like not even a full day, and they took it off and started going back to using the bread knife. She didn't like it at all, and it was just, to them, I guess they just didn't care for it. It works, but they didn't care for it. So you're going to show the steam uncapper that we're using?
This is the uncapper that me and Bob are both using here. They've actually went up on the price on that too.
Yeah, I think that's about what I paid for it though. But that sits on the uncapping tank. And put the big one up again. Big picture, please. All right, so there's these 2 blades right that are at a triangle in here are heated by the steamer. And so you put your frame on a slide and you slide it. And as you slide it, it cuts a sheet of capping off one side, and you pull it back and flip it over and run it back through. And it cuts it off in sheets. And supposedly, would you say it does a pretty nice job? I haven't used it yet. Yeah. Does it cut pretty nicely across the comb and don't jagged it all up? Oh, okay, that's the little video. Oh, he did one side already. And that's the tank I have, conveniently enough, the uncapping tank. So it just cuts sheets off, and it's ready to go. Flat. So I'll be interested. I'll have to call Lee's technical support people when it goes to hooking it up, because literally I took it out of the box. I set the uncapper on top, put all the steam accessories and everything into the uncapping tank, and it's still sitting out in the honey house. So I'm as we get closer to pulling honey, I'm getting more excited about it. And again, that uncapping tank that we got, what's that running right now?
That's the 1500 millimeter tank. Let's see.
Well, hey, that for $400, if it saves me a bunch of time, if it's as easy as what that guy just did, yeah. So $1,300 for the uncapping tank and the uncapper. Now, what I like about that uncapping tank is that it slopes down, right? It's got a grate system on it, but it slopes down, and you see where the neck comes out of the bottom of the tank there, it drains right to it. It's angled to it and it slopes, and it drains out of the bottom. Hey, thanks, Jason. Appreciate that, buddy. And so, Lee had already bought his equipment already. This is my first year buying the equipment, and at least the bigger equipment. And so I understand I'm not going to make my money back this year. It's not going to happen unless something major happens. But, I'm just trying to make smart decisions for me and my budget, and get something that'll hopefully last a while. And, you can't really find that many American YouTubers doing reviews on licensed equipment. There's one guy did a review on that extractor. Oh, thanks. Thanks, man. And the, so that there, I'll just set up my mower up to 4-inch and lay the flames on the yard. Hey, might work. You might, at least it'll be a viral video when you see wood chunks flying everywhere. But the, there's just not that many people that are, equipment's not going to get any cheaper, at least not anytime soon. If they find they can, if they can charge $3,000 for something, why would they ever lower it?
Yeah.
I see you got the Maxent. but there was
Maxent bottling tank.
He's got all Maxent. I saw him. What was it? The Mutt? You bought the Mutt? I watched that video.
There's the Maxent.
And I like the Maxent, but I just couldn't bring myself to spend an extra. It's $1,450 for that bottling tank, and then it was another $200 for the one drip valve. Right, so now we're at $1,650, and I bought the Dadant 18-gallon with the pneumatic valve for $12 and some change. So, it was $400. Okay, but that valve that they're showing in the picture does not come with it.
On mine it did.
Oh, did it?
Now they used to give the option with or without the valve. Let's see.
Oh, you got the clarifier too? Yeah, I was thinking about getting one of those, but then I would have to buy that honey pump right down there that I can't afford.
I'm just scanning through. I'm not seeing it right now, but yeah, it says if you're using it as the heat tank for wax melting, order the ball valve in place of the stainless steel no drip.
Well, I know my tank came with a stainless steel valve standard, or I could have ordered the one drip valve and it was $200. But if you got it with the tank, it was like $150.
Yeah.
But if it was $150, and I'm going to be lazy and just get the air compressor one. Now what'll happen is my air compressor. It's a brand new air compressor, but my brand new Harbor Freight air compressor will probably die in the process of bottling. Since January. You know what? I wish, and I'm sure it's out there somewhere. I need to find it. What if they just made a box that would fit in your extractor that you could just put cappings in and put it in there, and it would just spin like a frame, like a metal mesh grate frame. Oh, you got the 42-gallon tank, big timing. I thought about getting a 36-gallon tank, and I was like, man, will I even make that much honey? And if I do, will I need it?
I'll probably order a second 16-gallon because I'm only doing about 16 at a time whenever I bottle, depending on what event I'm going to. But the reason I want 2 of them is to keep my honey separate, my light spring honey versus my darker summer or fall honey. I don't want to mix them because my old
Hey,
lady
Rhonda.
and a lot of people, they like that real light clear honey. They say it's a little bit sweeter. I like the darker. It's a little more bold flavor. Hey there, Rhonda.
And so, we'll see what the year brings. I'm hoping I get to use everything. Wouldn't it be sucky if you bought a 30 frame extractor and you didn't even have 30 frames of honey to extract?
Well, you could always take one box and just kind of at least spread it out even in there and still use it.
Right. put 10 frames, spread them out, and then put empty frames to make it look like they're all spinning.
Ooh, now we know who got the money.
Well, hey, Silver Gorilla, how many hives you got?
Yeah, Bohemian said he's thinking about getting a second for the same reason for the clear honey or the lighter honey and dark honey.
They make it okay. So James says they make a bag to go in a spinner for the cappings. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I did that. Actually, you know what? The thing is, since I've been selling queens and stuff and people have been coming here, there's a guy that produces a lot of nukes for Blythewood and other places around here, but he only deals in nukes, right? So he's pulling a couple frames out of nukes of honey, but he says he's just got a small extractor. He said it would actually be more time effective for him to bring his honey to my yard, to my honey house, extract it out, and then just split the honey with me. Yeah, there you go. Offer extraction service. That's so I'm probably going to be spinning his honey out, and then and who knows what's going to happen. Oh, you pulled 31 pounds yesterday. I saw Mike Berry pulled some early honey too.
I got a couple that I could probably pull now. I might do it this weekend. I'm not sure yet because my old lady, she's ready for some light honey and I'm out. Silver Gorilla said he got 263 hives at the moment.
That's a lot of work. I mean, right now I can go out on any day and check my colonies, and I'm trying to let them do their bee thing, right, and not get in them too much, but yet still make YouTube content without upsetting the whole apple cart, right? I'm waiting until mine's capped and pull it.
Yeah, I've got a couple boxes. Well, one of them's completely capped. The one under it's probably about 3/4 capped, and I got a few hives like that.
And you're gonna wait till 3/4 capped or so?
Minimum. And then even what is uncapped, I'll put on my refractometer, make sure it's good enough. As long as it's below 17.5 or 18, what's uncapped, because the ones that are capped should be lower than that. And by the time you mix it together, it may average out to 17, something like that.
So while we got people in here that have not been in the channel before, like I haven't seen Jason in a while and some other people, we're actually working on a co-op, guys. And when I say co-op, I don't necessarily mean co-op for honey production, but I am kind of working on that as well. But because I've got a peanut butter company that I'm supposed to be in touch with here shortly to that makes peanut butter with honey. And from what I understand, they pay a good price, and we may be able to supply the honey for this peanut butter company. But other than that, we're working on a co-op to get suppliers to offer discounts to the co-op so the smaller guy can enjoy a little bit of discounts as compared, the big guys, they're going to buy a bunch of stuff at one time and they have to. I understand that. And they're going to get a discount and they should. But then when we go in as a small guy or a middleman, the middle guy, right, that's not quite one or two, but yet he's got 30, 40 hives, when you start buying equipment and stuff like that, it runs really pricey, and we get very little discount at that point. So trying to work that out. And Blythewood Bee Company said they would be on board with it. They would be interested in working with us. So that's the first person. I did reach John at Hilco. John says he can't do anything right now, but doesn't mean he can't do something in the future. So we'll see. My uncapper holds about 250 gallons with a 3-inch baffle stainless steel data tank. The baffle system works great. Goes into a 55-gallon barrel with a strainer sock above the barrel. Do you have a good way to decrystallize 55-gallon drums, Frank?
The apiary up the road from me here, they have a metal stand that sits, I don't know, about a foot or so off of the ground, and they can put 2 55-gallon drums on it at a time, and they got warming lights under it and next to it with like an Inkbird type temperature controller, and it'll heat it up inside of a plywood box, and then the fan circulates the warm air.
But will that work on just the barrel band heater, or is it the blanket?
No, neither one. Plywood box with the metal stand. They've set the 55-gallon drums on that, and they just got a heating lights, kind of like a chicken incubator light.
But those lights will decrystallize a 55-gallon drum.
Yeah.
In what, a year? I mean, how long does it take?
Probably about 4 or 5 days, I think, is the average what they put in there. They have one in there that's decrystallized. When it starts getting low, they'll put the other drum in there for it to start decrystallizing.
They'll like slide one over and then put the
but
other
it has multiple lights in there warming up with a fan to circulate that warm air around.
Hey, Brad, join us, Brad. We promise not to say yabba dabba do. We promise not to
I
say
didn't say it. That's all Bob.
No. How did that end up on me?
You just said it.
That was you and Earl, man.
That was Earl.
We know you have a good sense of humor. That's why we did it, man. We didn't mean anything. We didn't mean anything negative by it. Hopefully, we didn't make you mad or something. 300. Okay, so 2 300-watt bulbs works great for barrels. All right. So I'll keep that in mind. Hopefully at some point I get to the barrel guys, but at this point, 5-gallon buckets would be the way I go for right now.
That's what my dad always said. If I don't joke with you, I don't like you.
Right. Well, that started with Earl. In all honesty, it started with the hillbilly beekeeper, and then Lee got the text message, so it fell on Lee. And then, of course, I was piling on. But the other night, we sent a bunch of people to your channel to say yabba dabba do and to subscribe.
Yeah, hopefully the subscriber count went up for him. Maybe that'll pay for the bad deed.
And Tuesday night is our normal night, guys. This is not our normal night for this chat. We do it at Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. We're giving away the prize packs from Blythewood Bee Company. I'm not even going to say what's in the prize pack anymore. You got to go back and watch the video. And on the video, we tell you how to enter to win the prize packs. He's given us 5 of them. We're giving one away tomorrow. We're giving one away every Tuesday for the next month after. For 4 more weeks after that, we'll be giving it away. And
you want me to show the picture?
Yeah, we'll
design.
So the thumbnail looks like what Lee's getting ready to show here when he finds it again. And okay, I'll say it while he's pulling it up. So it's a wood pulp hive, swarm trap, a 2-ounce bottle of Swarm Commander, a 16-ounce bottle of Honey Bee Gone, and Beekeeper's Choice feeding supplement. All 3 of those products right there, guys, were created by Blythewood Bee Company. He's a disabled vet. And he's also been very nice to us, and he gave us 5 of those prize packs. He's entertaining the co-op, and this is drum roll, please. The reason that I was talking to Cayman this weekend was because I'll be bringing the Swarm Commander booth to Hive Life Conference this year. And we're going to have all those products. I need to talk to Scott about taking Ceracell up there, because Ceracell is also one of their brands they carry. And one thing, a lot of you guys, since you're just getting on here, during that show, he did gift me this. I did not pay for this. He gave me a Ceracell queen rearing kit. Let me see if I got one of these deals here. Oh, I do. Okay. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Wasn't planning to talk about this, but I got it here anyway. So it's a Ceracell queen rearing kit. It's about $67. It comes with 4 of these frames. It's got slide tracks on it. And if you can see the tracks. And then the cup is one piece. So you don't have to have multiple pieces. It's one piece. You graft right into that cup. And then it just goes in here, and you twist it a little bit, and it stays in. But what it does also do is the queen roller cage fits right on top of it. So Lee was showing me the Nikot system that he got from Better Be, right?
Yeah, Better Be.
So he got the Nikot system for Better Be, and it costs $50 more than this system does. So, and it comes with you get a bag of the little cups, and you get 2 grafting tools with the set. And another cool little thing that most people could Google and find, but it's pretty cool that they give it to you. It's got the wheel, what you should be looking at with the days, gives you the chart. And then when you flip it over, if you actually flip it this way, it's got basically the same stuff that's on the wheel over here. It's got the brood chart. Trying to do backwards on the camera. It's got the colors of the years for marking. It's got different Varroa, what they look like, what swarm cells look like. It'll say, what's it say? I don't have my glasses on. But it says swarm cells, you get 10 to 20 on the base of the frame, and supersedure 2 to 4 in the middle of the frame. Tells you about laying workers. A new queen can lay like 2 or 3 in the cell if it's brand new, coming back. So pretty neat little tool that's in the kit. So that's $69 at Blythewood Bee Company. $69.95. It's like $70. Yep, that's Blythewood Bee Company. Yes, sir. And
in Silver Gorilla, if you click that link to StreamYard, you can come in the yard and then share a picture, and I can bring it up on the screen for you.
And I like Blythewood Bee Company. I'm a veteran. He's a veteran. We were both in the Navy. He's a disabled veteran. And then it's close to me. I can drive there. So you can order that chart off of, I know Ceracell's website had it, but it was pretty expensive for just that chart. It was like $30 on their New Zealand dollars on their website.
Just give you a little hint, Google. You can pull a picture of it up and print it for free.
Bohemia's like, I'll be back. I'm going shopping. But yeah, that's I don't get any kickback from these guys. These are just things that, I got this. This would have cost me $70. They did give me this. And I have to make a video on it is kind of the stipulation. But I've shown it on 2 videos right here. But I just thought it was pretty cool that you can use the roller cage and just spin this in. Wherever it's at. Just spins in. So it's one piece. You don't have to buy multiple cups like with this, right? So this is the base of a regular cell cup, right? So you put this on, and then you got to put this piece on. This yellow piece goes on top of the black piece. Oh, but then wait, you got to put the brown cap inside of there. Hey, Joshua, check this out. So I made honey for a Marine Corps vet. I bottled some honey, and I made him a custom label with the Marine Corps emblem and the American flag on it. It's Hard Luck Survival. And he ordered a case, so I printed him up some special labels and put it on it for him. So thank you for your service, Joshua. We appreciate you, buddy. And hey, Jason, what are you using for wax melting, buddy? And so Jason just went and bought one of those Ceracell kits.
Oh, Bohemian?
Yeah. Well, cool. I'm sure Scott will appreciate it. That, guys, I use the easiest label making software ever. One day I'll do a video. I'll do a live. If somebody's interested, I should do that members only. That would be suck, right? Do a members only. This is how you make honey labels stream. And it's super simple, guys. For what I do, I haven't made. Oh, you got a steam melter? I just did the Lysen. I got the Lysen
solar.
That thing. The Lysen solar melter that did this in one day. So 5 hours, about 5 hours. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. You think I'm getting checks from all these people, but I don't. I don't get nothing. But I use the Avery website, the people that make the labels. Hold on one second.
You said that solar melter, you guys, the one that got the like blue tray that it goes in.
Hold on. I couldn't hear you. I got my headphone off so I can get up to my printer. Sorry, what'd you say?
That licensed solar melter, that's the one it got the blue I guess the blue box that the little trays go in.
Yeah, it says the color may vary, but mine was white.
This one right here.
That's the one I got right there. It takes you a second to figure out how to put it together, but for the price is pretty good. For me, it works really well. So I just buy these labels from Avery, these 22820s. I know they make a water resistant one. Supposedly, I don't buy that. I just get the glossy ones. I think this is glossy white, and go into Avery.com and pull up that label number, and they have templates. And then basically, you could just layer. If you've ever done layering, if you've ever done any kind of layering where you just put a background, right? Then you put something on top of it. And if you've used PowerPoint, you can use that, right? So if you got a picture and you put it in there and it's on top of something else, you just right click it, put send to back, and you push it to the back. And then you just make shapes and text boxes and stuff like that. It's pretty simple. I made that label in like 10 minutes. And it was really just because a thank you for them. It was just a thank you to them on thank you for buying a case of honey from me, from another YouTube channel. And then this is the label that I made for myself that I use when I sell it out on the street. And I use that's the same label, the same software. I just saved a different template. And
like all of mine, I just designed mine in Photoshop, and then I have Better Be print them.
Now you get them at how many labels per roll?
I believe it's 250 per roll.
And how much is a roll?
That I don't remember. Let me see.
So labels. What I buy these labels on Amazon. I'll share the link that I use. I mean, of the label I get, if I can find it over here. Hold on. And I mean, it will be an affiliate link when I share it, so don't be all sketched out. orders. Okay. I get it's $11.20 for 80 labels. Is what I pay. Let me see. So this is my Amazon affiliate link to those labels. So if you buy those labels through that link, it doesn't cost you anything extra, but what is it? Up to 10%. So $1, maybe $1 if you use that.
The on clear labels that I was just showing, I get them through Better Be. 250 of them runs me like $33. But the initial setup is going to cost you $50 for the initial setup. After they got everything on file, when you reorder, it'll be $33 for 250.
That is the license. That is the Saracel queen rearing kit, is what they called it. I didn't see it. We couldn't find it on the Saracel site, but we found. Let me see. Blythewood, Saracel, Bee Escape. Let me see if I can find it in queen rearing. Queen. I see a queen rearing frame.
I found it the other day.
And they also said they're switching. Oh, there he goes. Saracel queen rearing. I'll drop the link.
I'm pull up a picture while you dropping the link.
It's a long link, but there you go. Oh, Texas Beekeeper beat us to it. That's the kit right there. Now, it doesn't come with any rollers, so if you got to still get rollers, but it says it comes with 4 wooden frames, 80 of the queen cell cups, 2 grafting tools, queen rearing timing dial to allow for perfect queen rearing and schedule, quick and easy step-by-step guide on how to start out raising your own queen bees. So I think it's pretty cool. I mean, and he was really cool because he's like, oh, I was saying I needed to get into queen rearing. And he had actually told me before that he would buy queens from me 50 at a time if I was raising them. And I just haven't got to that stage of queen rearing because I can't give him queens, the queens that I'm getting at the price that makes it economical for him to buy. And to be able to make it, but I'm working on it. I'm trying to nickel and dime my way into beekeeping profit. And it starts with things like, I've got a subscription, a membership area on YouTube. I don't make that much on YouTube. I got a few shirts out there, hoodies.
I don't make nothing on YouTube yet.
Yeah, we're trying to get Lee to the point to make something on YouTube.
Like I said, when I hit 500 subs, somebody going to get a brand new Guardian bee suit.
What I say I was going to give away at 2,000.
I don't remember. Was it the wax melter you were talking about?
Yeah, it was the solar wax melter. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, guys. I may never get to 2,000. I might be stuck at where I'm at now forever.
Hey, Franklin, this is mine and Bob's 3rd season in the bees. And I mean, the way I look at it, you're not going to learn unless you try.
All you can do is mess it up, right?
Yeah. Even if you try 20 grafts and, hey, you get 2 or 3. That's 2 or 3 you didn't have. And then you learn next time maybe what not to do on the other 17.
Jim, hit the link, Jim. I want to talk to you, buddy. So So I'm thinking about starting to make beard balm because all of us beard keepers are also beekeepers. So I think it's gonna be Bob's weird beard.
I was laughing at Earl's video yesterday. He was out there in the bee yard, finally got in his bees, and they were all in his beard, and he kept on flicking them out.
Oh, he took his beard in today's video and used it as a bee brush.
Now,
oh, you're working. Okay.
Yesterday morning, I got out in the yard in my backyard here, my number one, and checked some stuff and went through all the hives. No problem. All I had on was just a head veil. No problem at all. No stings. I finished doing everything, grabbed all my tools up, turned around, took 2 steps away, and she popped me right in the back of the neck.
You know, that with Guardian Bee, with the Guardian jacket, man, I love it. But I hate it at the same time. But it's not a Guardian problem. It's a Bob problem. The Bob problem being I've got a long upper torso. And it doesn't matter if it's a shirt, T-shirt, whatever. It likes to pull up when I bend over. And I always get stung when the jacket pulls up. But I ordered a jacket a size bigger than I normally wear.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, on Guardian's website, it says whatever size shirt you normally wear, order one size above that for the jackets.
And that's what I did, but it's still too short. And the only other gripe I have is that they don't have Velcro on the pockets because I like to keep a wax block, queen catcher, and everything. And if I bend over, it has a tendency to fall out. Other than that, perfect.
You know, they sell adhesive Velcro.
But I'm not spending $200 on a coat for... It should have that. The cheap ones have that. And he got popped 6 times yesterday, twice today. I got popped once today during my live on my love handle back here. and that was through my shirt because I have my shirt tucked. I bought my Game of Drones shirt, which, yes, I had to buy my own shirt. It's on my gear store, but I still had to buy a shirt. But, yeah, I got stung. That's for fatter, not taller. Yeah, I got stung in the butt crack in a video earlier. Matter of fact, I had a whole video. I didn't realize my butt crack was hanging out. I didn't even publish it. I didn't even publish it to YouTube. Yeah, if they're mad, they'll get you. But I'm like you though. But for right now, I really, even if they sting my glove, it's because I like pinched them or something. You know, it wasn't because they were just being aggressive to me. And in the crack from storm today.
Like a couple of weeks ago, I went out there and I had my gloves and everything on because it was late evening, right before dark. So I knew all the foragers were back in the hive. We'd already had rain that day, so I knew they were going to be in a bad mood. And I still took 12 stings on the forearm and everything at one time through the gloves.
Well, it says they got 48 of those queen rearing kits in stock by the website. Probably 47 if Jason just ordered one. Nothing hurts worse than when you get stung. If you're tall and you're in your colony, and it still won't look right, and you're in your colony and you get stung right on the inside of your thigh because they've flown out hot right at your genital region. Oh, the music. I changed the music up a little bit because the doggone compressor was just running. And the funny thing is when I use my nailer, it shuts off, but it didn't shut off with the valve. 47, yeah. So, that's a good little kit. And the price is reasonable on that kit. You've published. Oh, okay. Thanks. Thanks, Fred. I mean, Brad.
It wasn't me.
See, you notice he hadn't come back on the stream since y'all ran him off with that yabba dabba doo the other night. Y'all are wrong. I want nothing to do with that. Brad, come talk to me, buddy. Come hit the link and join in.
ADC, these little comments that pop up and down, people that's leaving comments on both of the channels, I can pop them up on screen so that everybody sees.
These, oh yeah, I've gotten stung on the brow.
I've got stung right above it.
What's the worst thing you've ever had?
As far as the way I look, the one right above the brow, because it swelled the whole eye shut.
The most that was that the most painful one, or was it just the most swelling?
It was the most swelling, but I couldn't really think offhand which is most painful. Probably that one.
My most painful sting, she landed right on the edge of my nose and curled her butt right up inside my nostril and got me on the inside of my nose, right underneath the edge. Oh my God. My eyes were watering. She was digging in her booty in that. Dennis plays both streams at the same time and mutes one of them. It doesn't matter. You can mute them all. You'll still hear my voice coming through. Can't be quiet.
By the way, I got your stream on one, my stream on one, then StreamYard on another, and then pulling up pictures from other websites.
Inner upper thigh. Yeah, that's painful too. But the one in the nose, whoo, that made my eyes water like someone punched me in the face. It's crazy. I can't believe nobody wants to join in tonight. That's almost depressing. You got to hurry up. Charlie will be here in a minute. The tip of the thumb was the worst. Hey, Dennis, do you have a website for your horizontal hives? Dennis makes horizontal hives too. He's in upstate South Carolina.
Brad said he can't show his face now.
Come on, Brad. Under the armpit. That's probably pretty painful.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably a painful one. As far as like tattoos, I got both sides of my chest and both arms done. But right here on the side of the chest, they started right on the edge with an outline needle. That's the worst tattoo I had. I
got one right here on my chest, right on the chest bone, right here. And I've got one on the back of my shoulder. And I've got my kids' signatures on my arm here. And that's it. That's all my tattoos.
I got 5, both sides of my chest, both arms, and then my daughter on my back.
I heard someone say he had AIDS tattooed on his member, but when he got hard, it said Adidas. God, I'm going to hell. We're getting demonetized for that one. No monetization on that one. Houston, I talked to him earlier on. I don't know what he's got going on right now tonight. I had that on this stupid veil. This is why I went to the Guardian. I had one of these dumb veils. I don't like them. You see how it's bent?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that's the style veil I got on my Guardian, the fencing, but I got the Pro Fit, which is closer to your nose versus the Relax Fit or whatever they call it. Well, it hangs way down.
The problem I had is that it's bent in the middle, right? Mm. So it's like right on your face the whole time. So if they get on it, they can sting you right through there. There's no problem. So, and unless you have it sitting way back down on your head like a monk, which you can't see anything without trying to turn your whole head in it. That's why I like the one that's more like the cowboy hat. And I can't wear my glasses when I'm beekeeping. I just gave up on that because every time you look down, your sweat just drips right on the inside of the glasses. Yeah, that's what I've got. The round one with the zippers on the side. You can get that from Guardian. Just don't expect Velcro on your pockets.
On the lower pockets.
On the lower pockets. They put it in the top, which, do you use that I guess it would hold my cigarettes in, but you can't smoke when you got it in the yard.
I normally got a pen and then my queen marker.
Cayman's got one on grafting and queen rearing. Bob Binney's, I think, got one on grafting, queen rearing. There's all kinds of grafting and queen rearing videos out there. I took advantage of a situation. So far, it's been an advantage. Right now, I've got 19 queens that are probably not thinking it's an advantage for them. But I've got, I was able to buy some in bulk. And, Gus does one. Had to check. Cayman's really helped give his channel a boost. Yeah, I can't either. It makes it hard when I'm looking for eggs, because sometimes the polished bottom of the cell can look like it's got something in it when it really doesn't.
That way you need a flashlight, you can see a little bit better in there.
Yeah, it absolutely can if it would stay in my pocket with no Velcro on it. So if anybody talks to Guardian, tell them, hey, we heard Bob trashing you guys because you didn't have Velcro on the pockets. No, I'm not trashing. I like the jacket. I just don't like the fact that it doesn't have Velcro on the pockets. 25 stings a few months ago. Turns out my veil got a hole in it. Yeah, the first day I had the Guardian on, I didn't have this zipper on the side closed all the way. And I was like, why is your bees getting in here? And they were just getting in through that little side crevice. Yeah, they will say Bob who. They won't know. I don't have 25,000 subs or something, you know. Watch that dude, Sustainable Apiary. Oh, yeah, Michael Palmer. He's great. And I think University of Guelph might have one out in Canada, too.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. All right. What you going to get? Look, see? Too much technology, bro. Too much technology.
It may still be in my vehicle. Anyway, I got a round veil, but it's just a veil by itself. It comes to my neck.
Right. I've got the round veil that comes down to the neck, and then it's got like the elastic that goes under your arms just to hold it down.
Well, that's kind of like the one I got. It had the little bands and all, but I cut the bands off. That way I can just pop it on and off, not worry about tying anything up. And very seldom do I get one under the veil. Now, Friday I did on my video. I thought I had a mad bee at me trying to get in and sting me. It was a bee in the veil already trying to get out. Had two of them in it.
And that's almost as bad because they're just flying around inside trying to get through the veil.
But even the ones that have got in my veil, I've never taken a sting from them yet.
It was Cy Robinson and Eddie Monster's dad. You're Eddie Monster's dad. And Earl Cy Robinson.
Hey there, Brian.
Hey, Brian. Good to see you, buddy. We're just hanging out.
We done had the whole stream team in here. We've had Greg, Brian, and Bruce.
Oh, and we've had Jason in here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that means? We're just going too long.
Yeah, we've only been on an hour and 50 minutes. And we got 41 people on a Monday.
I know, right? What time do you have to leave tonight?
9:30, 9:45 maybe.
So you got about another 30 minutes or so?
Yeah.
Just came home from moving another swarm, added super stay, did a split. How's the have you I thought you were starting to go out of town this week. So yeah, we just been having a grand time talking equipment, talking the Saracell Queen rearing kit, talking honey labels, Lyson wax melter. What else? We talked about a lot of stuff in the last hour and 51 minutes.
A couple uncappers, extraction tanks.
Well, hey, Frank, that plastic window in the front, you actually just buy the plastic window. You have to install that in your veil.
Mm-hmm. You put the frame in and then cut your screen out. and then you can pop the lenses in.
And I don't know what the hell David Burns has going on. It looks like he took damn super glue or something, or hot glue or something, and did it around there. But it doesn't look like. No, I don't. Jason, are you a veteran? If you're a veteran, I know you can call up Abby in the morning. And if you call Abby in the morning and tell her you're a veteran, she'll apply that to your account, and then you get a discount every time. My card is filling up. They're pretty, I mean, they're pretty reasonable, even their boxes and stuff. Now, they don't offer free shipping at this time, but their boxes are pretty reasonable compared to some other people's out there. And they're select grade. Let me see. Brian, I don't know if you noticed when I went to the kiddos, I took your hives from Etsy.
I got mine sitting right over there on the desk.
And matter of fact, that has led, God help them if they hire me to teach little kids. I'll be like the kindergarten cops that was selling screen kits. Yeah, that's probably the same people. But
I think they look pretty good.
Cayman thinks they're going to have 1,500 people there this year. I said, dude, you're going to way go past 1,500 people. Way. The only way they'll have 1,500 people is if they only sell 1,500 tickets.
Yeah.
Because the power of the people just from the YouTube advertising, from YouTubers talking about it and him talking about it, and all of the vendors they're going to have there. It's going to be crazy. So if they had 900 last year, if they're thinking they're only going to get 600 more, no, it's going to grow exponentially. But yeah. So I've got an interview with the school district that I talked about the bees with this week coming up. So that'll be interesting. Actually, it's the 12th, so in like 3 days. And we'll see if they want my intellectual side to come out. I know I don't seem like I have multiple degrees, but I do. Hey, Brad, you're not the only one to get it from Earl. Earl said it on a video. He's kind of goofy, but he's brilliant. The other day. See, came. Yeah, so I think it'll be bigger than 1,500 people. The only way it stays at 1,500 is if they cap it at 1,500 people.
I said if you stay at the hotel, which is right next to the convention center, Wilderness. I can't remember the name of it. Let's see. Check my email.
The convention center in Sevierville?
Yeah. Wilderness at the Smokies. If you call ahead of time, now I don't know how far ahead of time you got to call, but I called what? Well,
over a month ago.
Let's see. I was on March the 24th. I called and reserved my hotel room for the conference next year. Since I called so early, I got a 20% discount.
Yeah, Earl's bee brush from earlier. He pulled down and was waving his face on the frame with his beard.
Brian said he had a swarm and then had a virgin queen emerging.
Did they? So it's your own colony swarming? Shipping is more than the order? What?
Hey, Brad, that hotel is Wilderness at the Smokies.
She dropped the link.
Let me open that email. They should have a link in it.
No way. Dude, what is it? I mean, I could go pick it up for you and then ship it to you. And it'd be cheaper than that. I'll just take it to the post office and drop it for you. Polly swarmed out, probably was a virgin. Yeah, Dennis, I got to work out the specifics with Scott and how it's going to work. I don't know if I think we're going to try to, I haven't talked with him about it other than on the show, right? So we're probably going to do some pre-orders. So I'll probably have to drag up a bunch of stuff in my truck that's already been pre-ordered, and then also bring stuff to sell at the show, and we got to figure that out.
Yeah, Brad, I just dropped a link to Wilderness at the Smokies in the chat for you there.
Dennis came down and visited with me last time he was in town. And he wants to bring his frames over and get them extracted out too. So we might be doing a video on his frames before we can do them on my frames.
Yeah, Brad, as far as I know, that's the only one that's basically it's in the same parking lot as the conference hall. No, I mean, they got more up and down the strip.
That place right there.
You're going to pay a little more for it, though.
You can look at Gatlinburg and Sevierville. They're right next to each other. And they've got Dollywood is right there. So they've got a lot of hotels up there. And they've got houses for rent.
Yeah. Now, the Wilderness at the Smokies, I mean, I got 3 days there. Now, they're going to charge you different, whether it's on a Thursday, Friday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The weekends, you are going to pay more. But I think it averaged out to like $145 or $155 a night.
In my state in South Carolina, you do not have to register your hives. In Lee's, you do have to register.
Yeah.
You got to register your apiary.
Yeah. Louisiana, even if you have one hive just as a hobbyist, it still has to be registered with the state. Now, they don't charge you nothing to register up to 10 hives. Anything over 10 hives, I think 11 to 24 or 11 to 25, you pay $4 a year. And they give you a registration certificate and a sticker to put in your apiary. And if you have 4 yards like I do, they send you 4 stickers, one for each yard with your registration number on it.
Hey, Jason, I'll drop my email in here. If you would rather me pick it up and ship it to you, if you want to prepay for the item, I'll send you my email. You can just shoot me an email. That's outrageous. I could ship it through the post office cheaper than that. And then you could just PayPal me for the shipping or whatever.
Frank, whenever you register Louisiana, they give you a registration certificate. And then, like I said, you have a sticker with your registration number that you put in each one of your yards.
And let me see. I think I missed something. Yeah, Pigeon Forge. If you guys got extra days, if you're taking like a week of vacation to go up there and use 3 days for the conference, they've got a great Titanic museum there. They've got Ripley's. They've got all kinds of stuff up there. It's kind of like going to the beach here. You know, they've just got a lot of stuff to do. Dollywood. Dollywood may not be open in January. I don't know, but they have a lot of stuff up there.
Yeah, I'm going up there the day before the conference. That way I have the evening to relax, all night sleep, then get up and go to the conference instead of getting there, driving all night, and then going straight in the conference that morning.
Well, you're going to be in Horizontal Hives.
Yeah, I'm going to be with Ricky Rourke in Horizontal Bees booth.
And I'll be in the Swarm Commander booth. So / Blythe would be / Saracel / Honeybee Gone / Beekeeper's Friend, Beekeeper's Choice.
Yeah, I wanted to get there the day before anyway, like I said, to kind of relax, wind down from the long drive, but that way I can help Ricky unload everything too and get set up.
So, well, DC, you just need to go, brother. And then, we'll get the. Hey, Castle, aren't you going to be doing a booth, a YouTuber booth or something up there? Yeah, the Titanic Museum is awesome.
Yeah, we went up there in 2019 for vacation to Gatlinburg and all. And I mean, we went by the Titanic Museum, but I didn't stop at it. We went right down the road to the, I can't remember the name of it. Basically, you're skydiving. You go in and got the wind tunnel and you jump in and just do all your flips and everything.
Try to get Swarm Commander next to Ricky's booth. Hey, we'll try to put that special request in, but if he's got it mapped out, I don't know how he's got it mapped out. Well, it's not he's not showing it off if it's his own swarms.
I think I figured it's about 11 or 12-hour drive for me one way.
It's only like 3.5, 4 hours for me to get there. Had to pay $10 and got a free B class. Did you give him a free B class or he gave you one? Because a lot of people have told me when their bee inspector comes, they know less about bees than you do, even if you're just starting out.
As far as the inspections here, I don't have to have an inspection unless I'm selling bees out of state or across state lines. But now if I want an inspection, I can call and they'll come out for free.
Well, the biggest issue I'm going to have with Hive Life Conference is my mom. Is figuring out if my sister will take her. And that's the big thing for me. At this point, my mom isn't really aware of much, unfortunately. All right, Sarah, we'll see you tomorrow night.
Have a good night, Sarah.
Thank you. And Alzheimer's is a brutal, brutal disease. So, you just take every day as a blessing, I guess, and work on it. Try to do what I can. Hey, I've got a question, Brian. How did it work for your peppermints? Obviously, the peppermints didn't work to keep your bees in the colony, but how did it work for the hive beetles, or how is it working? And man, I'm surprised. Usually there's people jumping in and jumping on, maybe because it's an off night. Oh, he can't fly. Very little small hive beetles. Only saw one in the polyhive today. There you go. There you go. Was there more? There was more before you put the peppermints in, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think Cayman said if everything worked out the night before the actual conference, they might do a little meet and greet or something. I don't know if it's confirmed yet, but I heard him talking about possible.
I'm waiting. He doesn't have the stuff ready right now for the vendors yet. So I'm waiting to he's supposed to send me an email when it's up and going. And that's assuming I don't have to go to work and then don't have any vacation time. So let me see. But yeah, that's about it. And it's almost time for you to go too.
I didn't realize what time it was.
Yeah, Stacy says peppermint's working great for them in Mississippi.
What part of Mississippi you in, Stacy? Which, I mean, I'm not too far from it. I guess an hour and 20 minutes from the state line. I'm just east of Baton Rouge, southeast Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Let me check my email.
Perkinson.
I don't see it showing up over there. Did I put it in right? Did I type it right? I'll type it again just in case. Just in case I didn't put it in there correctly. There it is again.
Okay, Stacy, just north of Gulfport area.
And I'll wait for Jason to send over a test email or something to make sure we got connected. And if you like the cool Game of Drones shirt, you can order one from my link at my gear store.
Yeah, the bees do like the peppermints too.
Yeah, I re-pepperminted one and put some of my peppermint pollen patties in there. Let's see, Gmail. Lee, I went to your about page, but it's not showing an email address for you.
I'm setting that right now. About to send it to him. I guess I only want 2 O's on Yahoo, not 3.
Well, hopefully I've got Lee. We've talked about getting the actual throne from the Game of Thrones and then putting a drone bee sitting in the throne.
Yeah, some Photoshop work for me, huh?
Yes, sir.
Good night, Brian. Have a good one. Thanks for showing up.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. It works better if people actually buy the shirts, it makes it worth making a different shirt. But if they do, if I just have it on there and nobody's ordering, then it's not a big rush, right? But I appreciate anybody that does see fit to order a shirt and support the channel.
Let's see. Make sure I got this straight before I do it. Okay, yeah.
I mean, there's been people looking at it.
Hey, Peter, if you still sitting there, this is what you're getting. A Data Ant 4x10 smoker and a hive tool. That's for Peter Gunn.
All right. Jason, if you sent an email, I haven't gotten it yet. Oh, there it is. Yep, just got it.
Hey, Bruce, figure maybe another 10 minutes or so, maybe. I got to be gone by 9:45 Central Time. I got to get up at 4 in the morning.
All right. I'll just reply back. Got it.
Franklin, I want to know how often should you put the peppermints in your hives? I would say as soon as you see them disappeared, add another one, couple in it.
What I've been doing with the peppermint is if I see a hive beetle, I put peppermints in.
Yeah. What I've been doing, I've been dropping one down in the hive right next to the entrance and then putting the rest on the top bars. That way, hopefully, at the entrance, if hive beetle even tries to come in and catches a whiff of that peppermint and maybe not come in.
You think so? We'll see. We will see.
Peppermints.
Peppermints in the fall going to get you all robbed out. Mark my words. We'll see.
Well, we'll give it a try.
All I'm trying to do is to minimize the hive beetles and keep them in check. I know it's not going to keep them out 100%. When I see a hive beetle in a colony, it gets peppermint. And, even Brian said he had 20 to 30 in his, and he put peppermints in. He saw, 2 or 3 of them this last time. So it's definitely working.
And as far as Bruce's comment, as far as like come fall, I mean, they're going to diminish in the fall. Yeah, you still may have a few around, but we may not really need the peppermints by that time. Hopefully.
Right. That's the hope. Yeah, the honey super, I mean, you're talking about a peppermint candy that big. Even if every single bee ate the peppermint candy, there wouldn't be enough in there to do anything to the honey. So,
I haven't harvested any yet. I may pull some this coming weekend. I'm going to check.
but I'll let you
Maybe I'll
know,
pull some light honey.
because if I pull my honey and it tastes like candy canes, that just jacked the price up $2 a jar.
Specialty honey, huh?
Specialty honey. Try some of this winter, this winter creamed peppermint honey to go on your toast.
That'd be a question for you there, Bob, what you did with your patties.
Yeah, so I didn't use peppermint oil. I used peppermint extract, kind of like vanilla extract, and I added that. It is kind of oily though if you add it to water, but I added that into my peppermint patties when I mixed the peppermint patties up. And I'll tell you what, guys, down here, if you've got if you have a hive beetle problem. If you don't have a state that has a hive beetle problem, it's hard to explain. But when I put a regular pollen patty on a colony, they can't hardly get into it good before there's hive beetles and hive beetle larvae on it. And you got to take it out, or you got to cut them off. I usually just take it out at that time. It's just waste.
Mm-hmm.
But when I put the pollen or the peppermint in the pollen patty, when I first put it on there, when I saw hive beetles, they ate all the way down to about a 50-cent piece size before there was any larva in it. And that was a huge win, because the ones that I did in contrast to that only had roughly the same amount. I didn't weigh them, but they were about a half a pound pollen patty, and they weren't even in it just a little bit. And there was beetle larvae in it. I mean, it was no comparison. Yeah. See, Eugene, I mean, I'm telling you, I don't know what the mojo is about it. Earl says it's the menthol and something else that's in it.
Rosmaric acid.
The rosmaric acid, but the beetles don't like it. And if you live in a state that doesn't have hive beetles, you are very lucky, because they really do suck. And I lost 9 colonies my first season to slime outs, and I just said that's not gonna happen again. Yep, Johnny says it's working for him too. So, you can be the naysayer. You don't have to do it. I don't care if you do it or not. It's your bees. But what I'm saying is, that's working for me. And I don't go on people's channels and boo-boo what they're doing. If I'm not going to do it, I'm just not going to do it. If that's what you feel like you got to do on somebody else's channel, then maybe you need to be more creative. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. That's not me. I know the before and after of what I got. I don't know what the fall is going to bring. I don't know. Hell, right now, I can't even put supplement on my smaller colonies. I mean, not supplement. I can't put feed on my smaller colonies because the big ones would rob it out either way. So, I'm not the only person that's using it. I'm the one that's putting out videos on it. Earl's putting videos out on it, but there's other people that are doing it, and it's working. I had somebody show up here, went through 15 colonies with me. We saw 3 hive beetles. 2 of them were in one colony. And when they left my house, they went and bought peppermints. They sent me a message back that said the colony that had all the hive beetles in it they were worried about had no more hive beetles after putting the peppermint in. I don't know what to tell you. It works. And I don't know what the fall's going to bring, but right now, as we sit, I don't have to worry about hive beetles. And if it starts being a problem in the fall, then maybe we'll do something else. But right now, that's not an issue. And I put them on it today. And Daisy's Honey I think it was Daisy's Honey that mentioned he saw one hive beetle in the colony I went through. I didn't catch it. And tomorrow they will get peppermint. Guaranteed. And even with one hive beetle, that's a victory here. I mean, we're talking about every colony. Normally, last year I had every colony had hive beetles in it. In January, we had hive beetles. I'm doing videos in January. I had hive beetles. So yep, they're worse in August, September, but I had them in January still.
I just dropped a link in the comments for a 2-pound box of peppermints if anybody wants them.
And I'm not telling you to use peppermints. What I'm saying is I'm using them and they're working for me. You do what you want to do. But it gets ridiculous. Anyway, I went off on a tangent, guys. Sorry, I apologize about that. I try to keep it upbeat around here for the most part. And I laugh at my mistakes because I'm going to make them every day. I'm not perfect, not a perfect beekeeper. I'm a newer beekeeper, but I don't claim to be the best beekeeper. I just like to share my experience of what I'm doing and how it's working for me.
Way I look at it, if you're not making mistakes, you're not learning. And you take all the fun out of it. I mean, if you're not gonna mess up here and there, what's the use of even trying?
I was just reading somebody's. No, Frank, I haven't seen that video yet. I saw the last video I saw on Bob Binney's was about the nasty honey that they were pulling off of from Mountain Laurel honey that all of his colonies were producing. All right, thanks, Jason.
Have a good one, Jason. Thank you for coming.
Jason, you pre-ordered that already? And I just for pickup? Yep. All right. Yep, no problem. I'll swing by there tomorrow and handle that for you. Because I'm sure we can get it cheaper than $109 shipping. I mean, the box is about this big. I'll open that box up and I don't know if I'll be able to put the other stuff in there. I'll figure it out. I'll box it if I have to. Rebox it for you. But we'll get it out there. Thanks.
Yeah, whenever I shipped those hive tools a while back, UPS wanted, I think it was $24, $25 to ship one hive tool. Whenever the regular post office, and it was like $16.
Well, even with that little Swarm Commander thing I did, the Swarm Commander vials cost $13.99 or $13, something like that, and it cost $18 to ship it. That was stupid. That's dumb. And yeah, no problem. I'll get it out to you.
Anybody else got any questions before we end it tonight?
Yeah.
You could.
Just put it in a flat rate box. All right, no worries. We'll do that. Get it to you. Did you have your address in there? Or is it? It's probably on the. Yep. Okay, I see it. Gotcha. All right. I'll go talk to Abby and get it. No worries.
Have a good one, Franklin.
All right, we'll do. I'll tell him. I'll definitely tell him. No, I think shipping is astronomical right now. We were just talking about that. And it's not. Trust me, it's not just them. It's everybody. When I shipped out the free stuff, it was expensive. It's just crazy. But a box of frames is pretty hefty weight-wise too. So, all right, guys. Remember tomorrow, 8:00 Eastern, 7 Central. We'll definitely be back. As usual, we drop the link at the top for people to in the chat for people to join in. And
Franklin, looking on the website right now, saying Hive Life Conference 2023 is going to be January the 6th and 7th. But like I said, I hadn't seen the confirmation yet. It may be out there. I don't know. But Cayman was talking about possibly opening up the night before just for a kind of meet and greet with some of the vendors and different people. But I'm not sure if that's been confirmed or not.
all right, guys. Well, we'll call it for tonight. Lee's got to get his beauty sleep, as you can tell. He wants to
I need a
stop.
lot of that.
He wants to stop looking like Eddie Munster's dad.
Yeah, 4:00 comes early.
And we'll talk to you guys later.
All right. Thank everybody for coming. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.